with horror.
Okay, we're here at Supanova, Sydney with our good friend Tom Taylor, who doesn't need an introduction in the comic book world. So Tom, how's been the weekend so far for you?
It's been huge, like massive crowds and people sometimes 5 deep standing at my table. This is about the quietest it's been, and it's quite nice to have not too many people there right now. But it's been huge numbers for Supanova, and yeah, I've had a great time.
Speaking about the Deep, which I personally love, because you recommended that to me last year, so I dig it. I forgot to bring it to get signed, but you put out something that it got taken for a TV show and animation.
Yeah.
Can you tell something about that?
Yeah, the Deep's been optioned by Technicolor. And we've put together a whole trailer. It's in development to be turned into a 26-episode CG animated series, which I'm heavily involved in the development. So is James, the artist. And yeah, we're having a great time on that, and hopefully it'll all happen.
So any voice casts already done for that, or in the works?
There's voices in the trailer, but I can't tell you who they are.
Known actors? Known actors?
Yes.
Okay, that's awesome. And now speaking about the big selling thing, Injustice. Did you expect that?
No, you can't expect that it's going to be the highest selling digital comic in the world, but I knew going in that I was going to put everything I possibly could into this comic. Like, I think some people sort of view, that sort of tie-in comics a bit disparagingly, and I had no interest in doing that. I was just going to try and tell the best Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, Flash, Green Lantern stories that I possibly could in this context. So no, I couldn't expect the sales, but I hoped that people would enjoy it. And we got great artists on board, and and I couldn't be happy with its success.
What's the biggest challenge of your career so far, or not?
No, it's been easy. It's a wrong thing to say, I know, but no, because I've had so much freedom on it that I've been able to just write the story I want to write without anybody telling me what to do or interfering in any way. And my editor, Jim Chadwick, over at DC has been wonderful, really supportive. He'll only chime in if there's something really wrong, if he feels, transitions aren't working or, comic making stuff isn't working. He trusts me as a writer, which is exactly what you want from an editor. He's been great. So no, it hasn't been challenging. It's been quite natural. I've really enjoyed it. Yeah, you don't get that level of freedom on much with these sorts of massive licensed characters.
Just thinking if someday they might do a film adaptation of Injustice, if you were called to choose the cast or help with choosing the cast, who will be your Superman and Batman for the film?
I have no idea. I mean, I don't think you could give it to anyone other than Henry Cavill at the moment, but given that that's the Man of Steel movie out at the moment. And I just got to meet Zack Snyder, which was awesome. I got to chat with him up in the green room for a while about Superman, and yeah, it was a lovely guy. So I told him he better have made a good Superman. Yeah.
Oh, has Nolan next to him, so should be fine.
Yeah.
Okay, and just start wrapping up this. You also have been very involved in Star Wars Invasion, the one with the spin-off of Boba Fett and Jango Fett, the open season, is his name? Yeah. Which one is your favorite of all the Star Wars work you have done, and why? And following that straight ahead, for fans who have never read a Star Wars comic and that die hard just with the films, how will you get them to jump into that?
It's hard to tell because I love a lot of them for all different reasons. Like, I love the characters that we created with Star Wars Invasion, and the story that they take, because we got to work on that for 3 years, and that was wonderful, and we created them from scratch, and they got to grow. I love the little Star Wars graphic novellas, because I got to tell these little one-shot stories with Luke Skywalker and with Darth Vader, and that's huge. And even the new Darth Maul one I had a great time on that book. Probably the one that seems to grab most people is a book called Star Wars Blood Ties, which is Boba Fett, Jango Fett. It's 2 books, but the first book in particular won the Stanley Excelsior Award last year, and people just seem to love it. It's a bit more of an adult book, a lot of twists and turns and some big poignant moments, and yeah, it's really worked.
And to get the fanzines, you say that, like,
I think,
which one,
depending on what you're after.
Let's imagine, I don't know nothing about Star Wars, which is a lie, of course. how you will get me in that world? Which comic you say this is the first one to start?
Okay, if you know nothing about Star Wars, probably Blood Ties. But the thing is, particularly with the graphic novellas, if you really like Star Wars but you've only ever seen the films, you might prefer one of those. Like we've got the Luke Skywalker and the Treasure of the Dragonstones is an untold story of Luke and Yoda on Dagobah. You know, and that's great for any Empire Strikes Back fans. And the Will of Darth Vader one is almost like a buddy comedy with Darth Vader, and that's a lot of fun. So, yeah, it depends on what you're after.
And speaking about that, did you get to meet and talk to Carrie Fisher?
No, I haven't yet. I've waved at her from afar. I've chatted to Margot Kidder, which has been great because Superman #1 is my favorite movie of all time. So meeting Lois Lane is very cool. But I'm sure I'll get to meet Carrie. I've been flat out. Otherwise, I'd make an effort. But she's going to be in Perth with me next weekend. So I'll definitely say hi. Yeah.
Okay, mate. Thanks a lot for your time. It's a pleasure to talk to you as usual again. And
you too.
Hope to see you soon again. Take care.
Cheers.
Bye.
Hi, my name's Tom Taylor. I'm the writer of Piles of Star Wars, the Injustice series, The Deep, and I want to wish a very, very happy birthday to Spotlight Report.